What's going on, everybody? It's Jordan Johnson here, Johnson Alpha Capital. Today is Monday, April the 13th. I hope you all had a great Easter weekend. I'm looking forward for another good week in the markets. As always, if you are not already in the Telegram group, the Million Dollar Vision Telegram group, definitely join. We got a good amount of people in here, so continue to share. Invite other people here. It's totally free. I post a lot of my personal trades in here last week. I finished off the week pretty good. Right before that, I did good on Aussie CAD. Actually, going into today at 7:20 a.m., I posted a quick video, a minute and 40 video of me analyzing US 30. I was able to take a good trade on there, make some pretty decent money to start the week. Just post a lot of good tips, strategies, anything that I think will help you all on your journey to being consistently profitable in the markets. And so let's go into this weekend. If you haven't watched the previous videos I posted last week, go watch. It's a lot of good content in there. That's not just me analyzing the markets and you all seeing me to take trades on my live account. I definitely think that's important for you all, just people in general, anybody that's giving some type of market advice, whether it's tips, strategies, analysis, whatever. I think it's important for you to see them trade on their live account. That's a bit crucial. Over my 5 years of me being in these markets, very hard. I've been studying the market for about 5 years now on a day-to-day basis. I had to learn, it's a difference from being able to forecast the markets and be able to analyze the markets using technical analysis versus being an actual good trader. As I mentioned last week on one of the videos, they're two completely different skill sets. One skill set is being able to analyze the markets, being an analyst. Another one has been a trader, being able to actually execute the trade ideas and make money. So it very few people can do both. It's great if you can do both. I think I pride myself on being able to do both, and I like to show that and demonstrate them skills. But don't get caught up into just being able to analyze the markets and not be able. In our reality, you suck at trading. You're not making money consistently, and if that's where you're at right now in your journey. Don't feel bad about it. Nothing's wrong with it. You just gotta. A lot of people cannot. A lot of people can't admit to themselves that they're not where they need to be in their trading. That they're not consistently making profits. It's like an ego thing. It's like, especially when you're on Facebook and Instagram and you're in these trading groups. All you see, you got these MLM, you got all these companies. Everybody makes trading seem so easy, and all you see in the screenshot. People making, quote unquote, people making money. That's what you see. What you have to realize, and what I realized early on, is 90. I would say, I'd be generous. 98% of the stuff that you see online in regards to Forex and trading is fake. 98% of it is terrible, it's fake, it's people lying, it's either people screenshotting their demo accounts, people in big trade groups screenshotting other people's results and trying to use it as their results just to try to recruit people. I see it. I even see people in my channel. I got over 400, 500 plus people in the channel over years. So I seen people try to screenshot my analysis. I even watermarked one of my profit pictures and they still use it. So it happens. So just don't get caught up in that. Just remember, anytime you see screenshots and stuff, you all remember 98% of it's fake. Like if somebody can get on a video and show you their live account like what I do, where you all see people depositing decent amount of money into their account, like a MyFX book, a broker strip, something like that. Don't really buy into it. Don't believe in it. Save yourself. Most people is lying when it comes to trading, and I just say that to don't let that make you feel insecure about your own trading. It's not that serious. You just need to, as long as you can admit to yourself where you're at in your trading, you can. It's always room for improvement. You can always get better. I can always get better. I work on continuous improvement in my trading. So I just want to get that out today. Hopefully that helps somebody. So let's get into the markets. Last week on dollar index. If you go back last week, we was talking about shorting the dollar index into this blue box. And guess what? We made it. Great sell setups on the dollar as I was shorting the dollar. That's where, if you go back to the Telegram, a lot of these trades was me shorting the dollar. So that's pretty cool. Now we got to the blue box. Now what am I anticipating? I am anticipating for us to get some type of bullish reaction. So let's do this. Let's start on this 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame on the DXY. So we're looking at this move down being A. We had a move up here was B, and we were looking for a C follow through. So we have a three-way structure, A, B, C. Bigger now, so that's what we was looking at. So let's focus on just this. Let's focus on this right here. And for those of you that don't know, if you're first time watching videos, I am a trader that primarily use Elliott wave analysis, use Elliott wave theory combined with other technicals, but this is the area I want to focus on in this area. If you can trade and identify corrective structures, corrections, you should forever when the markets, because the markets only really trend about 30% of the time. So about other 70% markets are correcting, making some type of corrective structures. It is important to be able to identify these structures somewhat. So we're looking at this area. We identify this move up. This move, it don't look too impulsive to me. 1, 2, 3. Somebody could probably argue for 5 ways. I'm gonna go with 3-way structure here. But however, this move. So we did break this trend line. That's one of the reasons why I was shorting. Let's delete this now. Let's look at this move up. Let's look at this move down. 1, 2, 3. Move down. I believe we have an ABC into this blue box as I was anticipating. Let's draw a parallel channel. Let's take it from here to this B. Down. So this move down, it wasn't too impulsive down either. So few things that we could probably look for. At least what I'm looking for. To start this week, I am going to be looking for us to come back up, retest that high. Let's draw some fibs. Draw some fibs. We touched that 61.8. Beautiful. I don't already got my blue box, so let's put some extensions. Boom, and we're gonna be looking to about the 101.80 area. Zoom out. It was up in here. See, I already have my blue box, so I already did this on last week's analysis. So we could easily be looking for this. I don't, so that's that ABC structure. So this B right here could end up coming over there to make that 3-way structure. We could be looking at this as a WXY to be a complex correction. XY. Let me delete some of these trend lines that I made with us going down. So just starting this week, this is my first alternative. What I'm looking at, this is my first forecast that I want to lean towards going into this week. Let me just take some of these. Like try to have them look as clean as I can. So there is still room. We could go down one more time, but I do like this impulsive move up. Let me put my parallel lines back on here. So we are starting to break out of that, which I definitely do like. Let's zoom out. Let's just slide this over. Multiple. So you see what I'm doing right now, you all? I'm forecasting. It's just completely, well, I could be dead on about this analysis, but it's a completely different skill set from me being able to go over here to my MetaTrader 4 app and actually trade. It's a completely different skill set. And we're going to go over and we're going to touch on this EU trade that I got in later. But let me publish this really quick. Dollar index. See, don't really put long, I sure, but I am kind of long right now. However, I mean, I'll be short, so I guess I can put long. We finishing up. I'm looking for a bullish wave to complete the bigger structure. I'm not typing good at all. Before another big drop. You spell check. B-I. There we go. So that's my take on its pound dollar trade was pretty good. So we'll share that. I try to publish a few charts on Telegram a week as well. You know, if the market allow me to. So that's one of the benefits of being on Telegram. Obviously, you all are watching the video. So, you know, you kind of probably being a little bit tedious. But since what I do, post good stuff into the Telegram group now, let's jump back into more. So that's what I'm looking at on the dollar. Last week I'm not gonna really touch on too much today, but we touched on being able to take your analysis on the dollar index and your direction of the dollar from a macro view and to be able to use it in a micro view as we look at the Forex pairs. Real quick, if you just look at US 30, if you go back to Telegram, I posted this first analysis in US 30. I did a quick video right here where I was pointing out this buy setup. And as you can see, price is right around my blue box. So I'm going to be looking probably for price to come back down. But we'll touch on that at the end as we look at the indexes. Actually, as we talk at indexes, we can look at the SPY really quick. Market still pre-market to open up at 9:30. So let's jump into dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss. Real similar to the dollar, you all. I'm looking at this. First thing I noticed, it looks like we did have a ABC corrective structure. This is what I'm looking at. I wouldn't be surprised for us to get some follow through to the upside, go create new highs, might even go retest the highs up here. Let's draw a trend line. Looks like we're about to break this here. Let me delete that counter trend line. We break that trend line, that could signal us a really good trade to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at on dollar Swiss. Dollar yen, looking at, we're looking at back up as well. So even last week we talked about this blue box. We haven't quite reached this blue box yet. Let's drop down 15-minute time frame. We did get a nice impulsive structure from here as well. But however, this move down is rather impulsive. So I'm gonna be looking. I wouldn't be surprised if we come down here and touch this blue box before we take off to the upside. Let's watch it. We'll watch it closely. What time is it now? So we'll be on here probably for at least another 20 minutes or so. Euro. So actually I did get short the euro, you all. So last week we touched on this analysis kind of real in detail. All of the alternate point of views that we was looking at. Like I said, we was looking at this being its move up here being an A. We're just really correcting this move down that we had. So I was looking at this being an A here. Its move down being a B. And I was looking at this up here being a C for us to potentially go back up there and touch that. But however, I knew we was going up. I thought we was going to this blue box. So that's why I was buying euro. So you see some trades I did profit off me buying the euro last week before I eventually took profits as markets was coming to a close on Friday. But however, now it looks like we are taking probably a little bit different shape that I'm looking at. So I was kind of looking at the zigzag being A, B, C. Now this is how I want to look at it. I believe we got this correction right here being A. I believe we are going to form a flat pattern. Instead of a zigzag, I'm looking at euro to possibly be forming a flat. Let's put this here. Come back down. I believe we're going to come back down to either retest this area of support. I probably either break it to come down to this blue box zone. And then instead of us going back up there, we'll probably just eventually come back up to finish the flat pattern. So one of the good things about the LA Wave forecast, just about the LA Wave theory in general, is it allows you, it gives you the ability once you get it down in practice to be able to forecast these moves like this. I've been studying Elliott for about 3 going on 4 years, pretty intense, pretty hard. So it definitely takes time to be able to forecast the markets like this. So something I realized for some of you that's watching these videos that are not introduced to LA, like how you forecasting these moves 3, 4 like moves ahead of time, swing setups, just from a lot of practice and a lot of short time. So then it's alternates, you guys. I always talk about when you're analyzing the markets, think about it like chess. I find my sports players think about having a game plan going into a big game. Like you thinking about what your opponent's gonna do. You know different formation structures. You thinking moves ahead. Same thing with trading, you all. But we did break this trend line here. So I did get short, kind of a small position, only 0.75. I'm probably gonna be looking to add on to this position if we can. Let's put a trend line. If I'm able to break this area. If I'm able to break these lows, I'll probably add another lot size to it. Stops only right above this high. And I got some pretty good targets on this trade. I'm targeting 105.670, so it's about 330 pips. Pretty good trade. I was risking 50 pips to make 330 for my entry. So definitely got potential to be a real blockbuster trade. Looking forward to that. Pound dollar, as you can see, we still got these trend lines on here from last week. Let's delete them. I was buying the pound as we was coming up, as I was forecasting. If you go to this pound dollar analysis here that I posted on April the 6th when it was right here, as you can see, I forecast this move down for us to go up. So good forecast. So as you can see, it's a completely different skill set from being able to forecast versus being able to actually trade. So you got to develop a strategy, you all, to where you can take profits out of the market. But for however, I don't think we might not. It's still possible. The pound is still strong. So it's possible for us to be able to reach this blue box. But as I switch up my analysis on the dollar and think some dollar strength is going to come in, I wouldn't be surprised if we let's see, if we get something like this, where we already got the W, X, and Y structure for us to just come down. Leave that for us to come back down and retest these lows here to this give us our fourth wave before we go back up. This is what I'm leaning towards for the dollar. I mean, for pound dollar, you all. That's my analysis looking at pound dollar, dollar CAD. Let's see what this is giving us. Dollar CAD, I'm looking for a pretty nice setup here. Came down to retest these lows. We couldn't quite get there. I'm looking at this to make a corrective structure. It's up a little bit. WXY, complex corrective. WXY, flat pattern. Looking for this move up in the dollar. Looking for this move up in dollar CAD. Let's see what we got here. So we did just break this one. This is gonna be the bigger one. However, once we get here though, giving up a lot of money. So I do like this. I do like this dollar CAD. What are we doing on a 4-hour time frame? Yeah, I like for us to go up in dollar CAD. How far are we from this bottom? It's only 50 pips. There we go. It's a pretty good setup right here, you all. I like this setup on this 15-minute time frame. I like to just put that there for the RSI. I do like that. So I do like this right here. We are only looking at about 20 pips or so. 39500. That's a trade I think I'm probably about to take. It should be one of the intraday setups that I take on a smaller time frame that I probably gonna try to hold as long as I can. I'm gonna hold it until we get to the 14300 area, a little bit before we get to this top. But I do like this setup. Let me glance at oil really quick. Oil's gaining strength. Gotta be careful. Oil gain strength, CAD gain strength, CAD gain strength. Usually you CAD a drop. But however, it's only a 20 pip stop loss. What is this? 139,500. Let's go over to MetaTrader. Let's find it. Dollar CAD, where are you? Pretty sure if this ain't your first time watching this video, seeing me trade live, you know that I don't love the MetaTrader 4 desktop app at all. I love the mobile app, just not the desktop version of it. You can't really create watch lists. It's not too user friendly. It's just, I don't love it. Where is dollar CAD? It's hiding and don't want me to trade it. Okay. And that's actually the wrong dollar CAD. I can't. If you know, so my broker, I trade the dollar CAD that say I trade the pairs that say FX at the end with IG. Where is this at, you all? There we go. I just did all of that looking for it, and I couldn't. All right, so we'll probably take 2 lots. And I'll put my targets in on US 30 set up for a really good short, by the way. But let me put my targets in on my phone. I find that to be best practice. 14300. As you can see, I already did that. So target's chance to make 4,600 in profit, only risking $386. Don't get no better than that. But we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Spike come back and take me down because I'm trading this on a 15-minute time frame. This is the setup I'm looking at for the 15-minute time frame. If I was to trade on a bigger time frame, like if I took my entry off, just going basically off this hourly chart, I will put us beneath the lows. And we did break out of that trend line there. So I could have took it off the hourly chart. I just didn't. So that's that. And let's get back to the analysis on my phone. When I was looking on my phone, using my other broker, I was looking at US 30, and we are 23,729. What's 729 minus 63 pips? I think I'm about to take. So this is, I just do it in front of y'all. So this is US 30 is what I was looking at. If you go back to my analysis on Telegram, I was targeting. I got out around this area. I like to get out before we get to my target area on the box, but I was targeting this area, which we did get to. Now I'm looking for a price to come down. Let me delete this. All of these fibs are not necessary. So setting up something like, we setting up what could be a beautiful, beautiful move to the downside. Where was our target in? 122. I'll probably say 960. 22,960. Write that down. I'll wait for this to close before, and I was looking at this on a smaller time frame, you all. This was actually, if you look at the analysis, I was actually looking at this from a 5-minute intraday time frame. And we are getting a very bearish reaction from our blue box. Yeah, we're getting a very, very bearish reaction. Yeah, so we're gonna look at that, let that play out, and I posted, and when I first put this analysis out earlier. So, for those of you that don't know, I was primarily trading with TD Ameritrade as my broker, where I was trading futures and Forex. I did recently switch to IG. IG is a great broker, had nothing but great experience with them so far. U.S. regulated broker, so I do advise all U.S. citizens, if you are trading in like a 5-figure account, mid to high 5-figure account, you probably do want to have it with a U.S. regulated broker, just to where you know your money's safe. So that's what you all see here when we trading with IG, U.S. regulated. Just I feel safe with my money being there. By being there, you kind of suck. I mean, the leverage ain't as good. I mean, it's 50-1. I mean, it's enough. But I cannot trade like gold. I can't trade oil. I can't trade basically CFD. So a lot of your Forex brokers allow you to be able to trade CFDs. I can't trade CFD. So US 30, gold, oil, indices. I can't trade none of that with IG. So what I did, I opened up another account with a different broker to where I can trade like just US 30, gold, and oil and stuff. So if you are seeing the Telegram, if you see me post US 30 profit stuff as it's from two brokers, I got my FX books and stuff for both. It's just how I track all of my trades. Kind of just to keep a journal of everything as well through my FX book and PSY 300. So pound CAD, I missed my entry on this. I was looking at pound CAD to go higher. Yeah, pound CAD is probably gonna be a real good trade. Anyways, last week we was looking at this ABC as a flat correction. It looks like we are breaking out of it. What is we doing? 4-hour time frame. That's what it was. I seen it and I was hoping to get a entry on a 15-minute time frame to where I didn't have it's like 130 pips stop loss. Not bad. It's probably about 40 pips, 30, 40 pips. So on a trade like this, I will probably wait until some type of reaction for it to go. Okay, I feel like we skipped some. Did I skip some of these? Pound New Zealand. I was looking for Pound New Zealand to get to this orange box. And as you can see, we did. Voila. Beautiful. Beautiful Pound New Zealand. What is this? 61.8. Not quite there. So we got in between the 50 and 61.8. I like this to go lower. Pound yen. Pound yen is tricky. I don't think I see a clear setup. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time looking at it. I don't see a clear setup. It's still in a bullish trend though. But I don't see a clear setup that I like on it. We can see how long these Lows here taking the place. I know some people's probably looking at this as the ABC. I don't like that. Pound Swiss, pound CAD, that's the setup I did like. Pound Aussie. Aussie and Kiwi still strong, carrying over from last week. Looks like we're breaking out of this trend line here to probably go lower. No setup. Euro Yen, good. Euro Swiss. Look at the CAD Yen, go lower. I'm sorry if I'm skipping past me. I just don't see good setups as videos. I don't like for them to be too long. Aussie Yen, Aussie Swiss. What is it? 9:30 yet? 9:34. So we did open up on S&P. So I don't know if we're gonna go. I was looking for us to go to this blue box here before we come down with a nice move to the downside. However, I don't know if we're gonna get there. We might just be coming to fill this gap. We might just be trying to fill this gap here before we go higher. That's gonna be kind of hard to tell. Go US. I probably missed my entry. Messing with y'all. Yep, as you can see. I was looking to get short right here when the downside to making videos. I missed a good entry. Oh man, that's a, yeah. Well, hopefully we get some type of pullback or something. But it's exactly what I was forecasting and looking at us doing. I even got my targets on here written out. That's tough pill to swallow. That is a tough pill to swallow. So hopefully I can get a re-entry. Probably won't be as good as that one. Man, let me check my phone. Why didn't I get short, you all? Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful trade. I'm just sitting here looking at my phone. And I missed that 200 point drop. Well, if I get a setup, if I get another setup, it'll be just fine. But that is another what a way to end today's video, you all. So hopefully you like this video, you like the content. I've been trying to be more consistent with them. Actually, I have been more consistent with these videos, making sure they get out to you all. So if you all see value, continue to like, share, comment, tell other traders about it. Get more traders in here. Like I said, the content it's totally free. You get to see me trade live, see my live account, analysis, forecast, tips. Like the video if you subscribe to my channel. If you're watching it on YouTube, like, give me a little comment. Y'all have a good trading day, and we will be back tomorrow.